Okay, part five. This question is, what elements of your text would attract the target audience? Now, we're going to be going for the target audience of, say, 16 to 30 male. Let's just say that's the target audience, and I'm going to say that's what I'm going to go on. The specific target audience is going to be very geared towards action. They're going to be in for a thrill. They're going to be in for a bit of a bumpy ride. Now, when you're sort of younger, I've always thought sort of the demographic of the 16 to 30-year-old, they're very much more energetic than a lot of the older people. And if they're a bit younger, then they don't think, they'll be able to grasp it enough. See, language, as I've said in the previous videos, in my film there are a few occasions where the F word is used. Now, this follows up very nicely with, say, things about controversy and connotations when it comes to that. The language used is not bad at all. It's not very, very offensive. It's not very, very profane, but the F word is used, and this does sort of fit into the whole controversial language when it comes to the people of, say, a younger age. Now, people are always going to be glued to sort of controversy. Like, say, people. That's why people watch EastEnders. That's why people watch any of these films, any of these sort of soaps. Any sort of films. Games as well, like, say, Grand Theft Auto. That's very controversial, and people. I don't know. People, they just seem to be drawn to it, and sort of the representations of the people that are involved. Going back to the question, the target audience is 16 to 30. Now, myself and Teo, the two actors, happen to be in that age range. So just by the audience seeing that there's an actor or two actors or an actress in that age range is going to automatically attract them. That's how people got away with making these sort of high school films, say High School Musical, that sort of thing. That's how they got into, because they couldn't have a load of 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds playing high school characters, because it just wouldn't work. Because if it's not geared to that audience, then if it's geared to that audience, you've got to really get down with them. You've got to get on their wavelength. Now, specialist vocabulary. The characters involved in the film are very just regular people. There's no sort of speciality when it comes to those sort of people. There's no sort of different backgrounds. They're just sort of regular, normal people from England where the film is set. And so there are no references to other media as such in the film itself. But there is a kind of a ring with Fallout that it kind of goes along with. Fallout, as I've said in the videos, is a post-apocalyptic. As I said in the other videos, is a post-apocalyptic game. Now, the references to Fallout, there's no direct references, but the connotations are there. So the audience will be able to piece together parts of Fallout, parts of my film, and they put it together and thinking, this is a very similar franchise. Now, the characters are going to be, they're going to look quite vulnerable, and I guess because of the actors that played them, myself and Teo, they're going to that's going to be that's going to mean that they're going to be quite vulnerable, because anyone under the 18 is obviously a minor and is dependent on someone else's protection by law. So just that factor alone is going to make the the audience believe, the characters are very vulnerable. This adds to the film. This is where it kind of rolls. The subject matter of being on your own, being alone. A lot of people between the ages of 16 to 30 are going to be very accustomed to that belief. Now, people in that age range are going to be going through times in their life where they kind of feel alone, whether that's in relationships or when they get isolated from a group of friends, maybe, or even bullying at school or college or something like that. It's gonna be along the same sort of lines. The style of filming is also quite it's quite geared towards this sort of younger audience, because the way it's filmed, it's very close in, it's very close up, and people between the ages of 16 to 30, they are very sort of close together, and a lot of the time with the younger audience, secrets are always shared. You know, sort of like, yeah, come look at this, come look at this. Oh no, you can't see that. That's what I was trying to get at. So yeah, that's part 5. Thank you very much. Part 6 on the way soon.